It's Saturday Night Live. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.
Walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Real Talk. It's the daily vlog, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to help you make smarter moves, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 327 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I have had an action-packed day. You guys may have seen some of this earlier when I broadcasted live from the studio. I took a ride down to the city, and then I had another short broadcast. Dropped off a BeatSeat today. So I got the Skies View on over here on Instagram. Now, Instagram, Christian, just so you know, I'm live on YouTube right now. But I didn't want you guys to miss the show, so you're on with me, but you're not getting the multi-track audio. You're getting a iPhone video of my iPad screen or of my laptop screen. So if you really want to see the full experience like you've had every other weekend since the beginning of the show, head over to YouTube, ding that bell. Remember, guys, we're subscribing and dinging the bell. The reason is I'm going to be live on YouTube every day forever. So you're also seeing me on Facebook. You're seeing me on Twitch. You're seeing me on DLive. There's also something called VK. Apparently, it's a Russian social media broadcasting network. I don't know. Look, anything that I can go on to with this restream, I'm going to do. There were about 7 or 8 that were just strictly gaming platforms, so I just wasn't bothering with that. But anything that had a potential podcast, talk show aspect to it, we're on. So we just started this, guys. We haven't done the restream thing at all until recent, just like the last week. And basically all that means is we're on more platforms at once. It also means I'll actually be putting a lot less on my shoulders because I could theoretically do one a day. I mean, even this, where I have everybody here on Instagram that they're watching the show, they're watching the laptop. You got to head over to YouTube, subscribe, just type in Mark Pyers Real Talk, ding that bell, and let's start building out this platform over here on YouTube. So I want to show you guys some of the things, the reasons why we're doing this and not going vertical on Instagram. Just check this out. This is some of the stuff I have at my disposal. I got multi-camera shoots. What's up? That's me over here. Also, this is what I'm talking about. BeatSeat. You guys can finally see the BeatSeat in action. The BeatSeat. We're going to get into it tonight, guys, because it's Saturday Night Live, and you know what we're here to do. We're here to put on a show for you, and I want to share a little cool story here. Let's see when we get into the next section. Let's see what this looks like. I'm just curious. Oh, no way. Oh, it's a wrap. Are you kidding me? So here's what we got going on. I set up my graphics here with the breaking news, when I do Real Talk News, to have that little screen in the corner so we could broadcast my computer screen at the office for you. But since we set this up for Real Talk BeatSeat night with the camera on the BeatSeat, now you've got my feet. You could actually see my feet while I'm in the middle of jamming. So I'm wondering if I knock this off. Yes. All right, let's see what this looks like, guys. It's funny, I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, how cool would it be if I can actually show what my feet are doing while you could see me jamming. This is the first time we're going to actually see it. Full force right here. So I'm going to warm up. I haven't done that yet, obviously. So we'll play a little something here, just a little instrumental. about something pretty? So what we usually do at the end, after I've had a chance to stop and listen, is actually hear what the loop sounded like. So what we didn't get in there. Better at the loop, at the percussion, guys. All right, so hopefully someone on Instagram could let me know if we are live on YouTube. Let's say hi to everybody over there, Taj and Louise. And Sky's View, we said hi. Thank you again for tuning in, guys, over on Instagram. We're bringing you into the YouTube show tonight, the Facebook and YouTube show. So anyway, we're here with you. It is Saturday Night Live, and we're on music night. I drove down to the city today. So excited about this. Dave Magia has, he's stage manager for HER, for her. And they got a call. They needed a cajon for a performance they're doing on Monday. And he's like, I got a better idea. How about the BeatSeat? You guys don't even know what it is, but let me make a phone call. So when he called me about that, I was like, yeah, what do you need? Let me know. So they'll be using one of my favorite BeatSeats, the white oak with flame maple, on Monday for the Vivo recording with her. So I'm very excited about this. Just look, every day you have to create movement. You have to somehow spark the momentum. It's not going to happen on its own. I keep wondering why everyone thinks things are going to come to them. Everyone's sitting back saying, oh, well, one of these days, luck will come my way. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to create your own luck. Luck is not really a thing. It's just your action creating the momentum that becomes the thing. And I think most people are afraid to create that momentum. They don't want to feel the pain of loss. And the more you put yourself out there, the more connected you feel to something. And if you don't come away with the win, you're really going to feel affected by that loss. But that's living, guys. Living is the ups and the downs. I told you guys the other day, I think it's about taking the shot. And to me, if you go through your life and you stay comfortable, that is failing. I think failing is staying comfortable. It's not stepping out of your comfort zone and going for something. It's sitting back and letting time slip by. And too many of us are doing that. And this is why I've been here for 327 days, every single day. I haven't missed a day. Someone try to fact check that. Go back and watch. Go look on Facebook here. Every day since December 31st. May have even been December 30th. No, it was December 31st. But every day since, I've been here with a message. And we get into it and we just let it go. And it's usually more than 5 minutes. I don't think there's been many that are shorter than. Maybe the first month or so I was trying to keep them short, and then I just started going into it. You know, I started connecting with people around the world. And when you connect with someone and you find that you're actually making a difference in their life, I'm sorry, I'm not making it 2 minutes. I'm not going on for 30 seconds. All right, I got a notification just now from YouTube. It says I'm live on YouTube, so hopefully you guys are joining me over there. Everybody over on Instagram, if you want to hear the multi-track recording, if you want to see all the changes, you want to see when I'm switching over to cameras and doing all this, you get a chance to see the BeatSeat up close and personal, and you won't see the shaking. Like everyone on Instagram right now, when I kick this thing, they're seeing a shaking screen because this thing is so bassy. When I do that, the whole camera shakes. The room shakes. Just wait till Monday when Carrington is going to be, he's going to be playing the BeatSeat. And just wait till a professional drummer has a chance to see what it's about. I just keep saying, the more people that get it in their hands, the more they're going to realize how great of an instrument it is. I'm speaking as the only guy who's experienced it for 7 years. And I'm in love with this thing. My kids are in love with this thing. I'll come home and I'll hear it like, and I'm like, what's going on? It's my son. He's just like, he wants to play. Comes home, he just wants to play the BeatSeat sometimes. I'm like, you know what? This is something. I got kids who won't even take their face out of the technology, but they'll come and play a BeatSeat. What does that tell you? Maybe I should just throw a BeatSeat, take the iPad, iPhone away and just throw a BeatSeat in there. Be like, hey, sorry, get to work. Start training, kid. Start training. Let's see who's thank you, Taj. We got a couple camera angle switches here now. We're rocking out. 3 camera shoot here with Real Talk. So let me play you guys something you know. You know what happens this time of year? It's impossible to keep a guitar in tune this time of year. Because the weather shift, it's just insane. It goes from like 60 degrees in here during the day until I walk in here to set this up at like 67. So switching the temperatures of a guitar is never a good thing. Anyway, let's play you something you know. You know, we're going to play a tune here because just another BeatSeat story. So we went to NAMM this year. And if you don't know what NAMM is the National Association of Music Merchants. Let me just confirm that we got audio. Yeah, we do. So we went to NAMM and we find out that it's not a find out thing, but we're there and we're showing off the BeatSeat and we meet Elvis's guitar player. Well, I got to tell the whole story. Hey, Laura, are you there? I got to tell that story, right?
What story?
The story about how we met Elvis's guitar player's best friend. This is a great story. You guys have to hear this. Yeah, I thought my wife was, the first time I thought my wife was crazy. She's always thinking I'm crazy. Everything I do is just it's completely out of sort with everything else. But we're there, we're in Nashville. We're down there trying to just create awareness. You know, we went down there with 3 BeatSeats. In general, just to give you perspective, a lot of the companies that were there, you know, you had Gibson guitars, you had Martin guitars, you had Eastman guitars, every other guitar company, drum company, they're all there and they have these booths with 50, 60. The Gibson had the center of the entire space. They had hundreds of guitars there. They had a stage. And we're in the right back corner of this facility. They put us back there with the loudest stuff because we're a percussion instrument, so they put us with all the drums. Yeah, so they got us in the back corner of this facility. Here's the thing, retrospect, if I could have gone back, time machine, I would have brought headphones, would have thrown a mic in the back of this thing, and would have said, hey, everybody comes by, put the headphones on, and you got to hear what this thing does. Because I'm sitting there in a room with all these people, and I'm like... I mean, I wasn't really doing that, but the point is, we're rocking out and we're trying to get people to see this thing. And what we find is most people can't hear it because everything else is louder than the BeatSeat. We got one drum. They got drum kits, full drum kits, cymbals and everything. And I'm trying to do that to show people. So even though we were against all odds as far as audible, tonal, it was the worst place to be. I walked around. It was quiet in other places of this facility, and they had us in this back corner. Anyway, long story short, we lost a lot of people because of that. One night, we went out to see this band. You guys saw this. Anybody on Facebook remembers this. I went live on Facebook when we were in Nashville for about a half hour. There was this really, really tight three-piece that we went to see. Young kids, talented three-piece. And you know what I loved about these guys? And this is what I'm here doing every day for 327, and I really just urge you to try to find this. They were loving what they do. I don't remember their name. Actually, I do. I'm going to remember it. I'm going to remember the name, and I'll tell you guys. It's three-piece, something trio. I'm going to remember it. These guys were great. Anyway. Let me get back to the story. So we were having such a great time watching the joy of these three musicians, how the synergy and just how they connected, the musicianship. It was unbelievable to see. And it reminded me of, honestly, it was like a selfish thing, but it reminded me of how when I'm all alone and I can create whatever I want because I trust where I'm going. The other musician in the room, I know exactly what they're going to do. It's my feet. So basically we're there. And all of a sudden, my wife says, I told the drummer after the performance, I was like, hey, you're great. And, can I tell you about my invention? We're here for NAMM to show them the BeatSeat. And so he's like, that's really cool. And my wife goes, go get it. And this is like 12:30, okay? Just keep this in mind. It's like 12:30. My wife goes, go get it. And we're 3-4 blocks away. Now, this is city blocks. She goes, go get it. I said, what? You serious? She goes, yeah, go get it. Show it to him. We're here. Show it to him. So I run back. I didn't walk. I hustled, okay? I go back, get the BeatSeat. I come back, I sit down. Then you guys may have seen this. I played a song for this couple that was walking through the streets of Nashville. I showed the BeatSeat to this three-piece. And then we start walking back. And my wife says, you know what? Let's go back into the hotel where we had originally, everybody's going between NAMM and this hotel. That's where we were staying too. And so she goes, let's go down to the lobby. I'm like, what? Go down to the lobby? And this is now getting pretty late. And so I say, okay. I walk into the lobby and I go into the center area and these two ladies that look like they've had a couple sheets to the wind. They had a couple drinks. They're looking like they're having a good time. And one of them goes, what's that? And I go, this is the BeatSeat. And she goes, well, what's the BeatSeat? And I said, it's the drum you play with your hands and feet. And I start giving her the gist of what this is. And I could see out of the corner of my eye, this rocker, straight rocker. The guy walks with long blonde hair. Like he's walking like down the hallway. He's like 55 years old. And he stops and he turns around and he's watching the interaction between me and these two ladies. And I sat down, give these ladies a quick demo. And as I show it to him, I'm like, look, you could sit down, you could play upright. It's for a guitar player, you could sit upright. And I look at him and I said, actually, you should be the one showing it to him. I said, you look like you're a rocker. You play rock and roll? He goes, no. He goes, but my best friend does. And I go, oh, that's great. So he comes over. He loves this thing. He goes, oh, my goodness, this thing is so cool. He goes, do you know who James Burton is? And unfortunately, a little bit of a green when it comes to knowing other artists. I don't pay attention to other music. I'm classic for sitting alone and writing music. So I didn't know, obviously I know who Elvis is, but I didn't know who James Burton was. James Burton is Elvis's guitar player. James Burton was also renowned for putting the Telecaster on the map, I believe. And he also was responsible for bringing Taylor to the world, essentially. Taylor Guitars in the late 90s brought 3 guitars to a NAMM. James Burton fell in love with their guitars, brought it to their studio, starts letting people play it during their sessions, and then they all fell in love with Taylor guitars, and the rest is history. Bottom line is, James Burton now has 2 BeatSeats because my wife said, let's go back into the lobby. And I ran into his best friend who thought it was such a cool thing. James comes the next day, he did too, and the rest is history. So what's the lesson here? Go after everything. And when someone has a thought, if their intuition's telling them something, don't question them, just go. So here we go. After all of that, a little Elvis for you. I think we got to give you that look. Hold on a second. Yeah. Here we go.
That's alright, mama. That's alright for you. That's alright, mama, baby. Any way you do, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too. Son, that girl you fooling with, she ain't no good for you. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Any way you do. Mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too. Son, that girl you really with, she ain't no good for you. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Any way you do. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do.
Joy. Hey, Joy, thanks for joining. I'm not sure if anybody else is on. Guys, YouTube, subscribe, ding that bell. My wife loves when I do radio voice. She'll be like, hey, can you just go and order some sandwiches with the radio voice? Actually, she's never said that before. So we're here with you, SNL, day 327 in a row. In a row. 327. Guys, there's no 365 days in a year. We've done 327 of them. It's insane. So maybe we could play another one for you. That was a little Elvis Presley, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to play you a song I wrote many years ago. I've played this song for you multiple times. It's a very good song as far as I'm concerned. I love it. Although I love all my songs, so it's just me. Anyway, this is a song about you. It's called You.
So I walk along this road, this path that you have made. And though the fall was settling, the wind began to rain, reflecting thoughts of innocence, no reason to complain. So maybe things will up and I'll sleep in peace. The thoughts of me and you, and this love will guide us through the nights. Our hearts, love burns deeper, love, deeper love. My heart seems to grow when I'm with you. All my troubles seep on down to my grave, repeating the same old songs, same words. Come on, soothe my soul. Oh, I pray, love. Well, won't you tempt my hand and outline something new? And maybe things will open up. We'll sleep in peace. The thoughts of me and you. And this time we'll sit alone in the candlelight. The wax drops drop, burn us down, binds us down. The wind blows, the wild chill when you're around. Love's the very word when I'm with you. Oh, no. With you.
That's what we do on the BeatSeat, guys. We just kind of get into it. See what we got going on over here. It's Saturday Night Live. Guys, do you like this perspective of having the BeatSeat right here? I mean, that's kind of a cool thing, I think. I mean, obviously, it's probably not the greatest thing in the world that you're staring, at this general area, hoping that you're looking at this general area, and that would be a good thing that you could see it finally instead of just hearing me kick something and saying, what the heck is Mark doing? Now the good thing is you absolutely can see every single thing I'm doing because of this multi-camera shoot. It's kind of a cool thing. I'm curious. I'd like to get some feedback from you guys on that. If you like this, or if you'd like for me to just do stuff where it's like this, and then where I go to this, Right? I mean, the ability to do all that, it's just never been possible until the BeatSeat, guys. So I hope you recognize that. So let's see. I could play you another song. That is something. Tomorrow, just want to give you a heads up. I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I'm absolutely going to do this yet, but I have an open house from 1 to 3 tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, we'll be on the radio at 7 o'clock for the BeatSeat. Live on the air, myself, my wife, and the BeatSeat. I'm bringing 2 of them. The DJ happens to be a drummer. So I'm hoping we could have a live jam session. Here's what I'm thinking. It's a 7 to 9 o'clock show. So I'm going to bring all my gear, and I'm going to set up and go live on YouTube and on Facebook and everything else for the radio show. Might as well, right? And the DJ was like, yeah, man, that's cool. You could do that if you want to broadcast your show while I broadcast my show, and we'll put them both out onto YouTube. And I said, that's exactly what I'd like to do. So Real Talk will be live tomorrow from the radio station in New Jersey, where we're going to be interviewed about the BeatSeat. We're going to have a little jam session, and we're going to show at least this DJ and his co-host what the BeatSeat is. Danny Coleman. Are you excited? We're so pumped to do this, guys. Listen, this last week has been phenomenal. We went to an entrepreneur panel the other day where they asked us to speak about our journey with the BeatSeat and, the ups, the downs, mostly the downs. Because honestly, as an entrepreneur, what you feel mostly are the downs. It's down after down after down until that eventual break. And the problem is most people fail before they actually get to that win, before they get to the success that they were dreaming of. And I saw this really great piece of content a few weeks back where there's 2 different people digging for diamonds. They're digging into like a mountain for diamonds. And you see one of them, he's got the pickaxe over his shoulder. He's turned around. He's defeated. He's walking away. He's like, I give up. And then the other guy is sitting above and he's still going. And guess what? The guy below was like this far from the diamonds. All he needed to go was like another half a day. And he's there. The other guy, he's going to get it because he just kept going. He's like, look, I'm determined. Something that came up the other day when we were in the middle of this panel is we did have Dean Gamanos from Greenwich, who has the Greenwich Wine Club. He actually teaches entrepreneurship at FIT. And it was interesting after I spoke, one of the pieces of information I left about my journey was about how I just don't give up. It's not in my DNA. It's not my DNA to quit. It's not my DNA to give up on something that I know is right, especially something that I know I'm meant to do. There is no give. I'm just going. And so I mentioned this in the middle of this panel that, don't ever, and he put a nice perspective to it. He's like taking a bone away from a dog. You never take a bone away from a dog, right? Because that dog is going to freak out. They want that bone, and they'll do whatever they have to in order to get that bone, right? They're going to keep going. He said, you need to think that way as an entrepreneur. He's like, you just heard someone speaking that way because they believe so much in their product and in their vision and what they're doing, and they're breathing it. I try to tell you guys, you got to breathe it. It's not just about believing it, it's becoming it. Remember my quote, see it, believe it, become it. It's a 3-step process. See it. You have to see it. You have to see what your opportunity is. You need to try every single thing possible, fail at a lot of things, feel the pain, get up, dust yourself off, keep going. You're going to find something amazing. Somewhere tucked within you is this thing that you just do not understand yet. But when you find it, it's going to speak to you. It's going to speak to you so loud, louder than all the noise going on around you. And you're going to start saying, you know what? I trust that over everything else. It's something I realized in the first 327 days of Real Talk is you get really bad advice from people. People think that they're doing right. They think they're helping, but they just give you bad advice because they don't understand what you're going through. They don't understand the steps necessary in order to get to where you're going. They just think they know what steps to take. Oh, I think you should try this. Why don't you try that? No, listen, you don't know. You don't know until you're living it. Just start putting yourself into it, like fully. That old saying, no guts, no glory, no grit, no determination. Like all these old sayings of put the time in for the result. You know, I've seen a lot of people that have cashed in on quick, get rich quick schemes, and they had a quick idea that made them some sort of quick money, and I don't know if that gives you the fulfillment. What I'm doing here, guys, I'm earning whatever comes to me. I'm putting the time in. No expectation. Just keep going. But whatever comes my way, I'll have earned it. It wasn't given to me. Especially when you see where I am, you say, how the heck, what, Mark must have known. No. If you go back and look, the dude was live for 327 for 0. There's a couple people on. It may be like this forever, guys. I may be here for the rest of my life, just broadcasting for a few people. That's fine. As long as you get something out of it. I said that the other day, I can't think about the rest of the world and when they're going to show up. It's up to you guys. It's up to the ones that are enjoying this content, enjoying the daily show, to say, you know what? Hey, you like positivity. You seem like a pretty positive person. There's a show that's on every single day. And why don't you check it out? Go to YouTube, subscribe, and ding that bell. Because at the end of the day, we're here to connect. We're here to feel better than we did before you push play. Ooh, Mark's on. I wonder what he's talking about. Usually it's something that makes me feel better. Let me tune in and see. That's all you need to tell yourself. His aim is to try to help me feel better. I went to dinner with my mother and with my family today, Thanksgiving dinner, because my brother's birthday's in a few days and this weekend's going to be crazy. So we got together tonight. And something came up. We were just talking about, I think my sister-in-law was talking about how she does what she wants to do. And, look, this is me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you know what? You keep your opinions to yourself was kind of the sentiment. And I said, that's right. That is right. That's the path to happiness. The path to happiness is doing what makes you feel great, not listening to the noise. Someone doesn't like what you do? Well, then don't pay attention, buddy. Go focus on something, the 99.9% of the other stuff going on. You don't need to look in this direction if you have a problem with somebody putting themselves out there. Again, I say this, whether you like what someone's doing or not, they're doing something. Respect the fact that they're putting themselves in a position of vulnerability. Respect it. That's it. You don't have to like it. Just respect that they're putting themselves into a vulnerable position and allowing you to see into their soul. Honestly, I don't know why everyone's so afraid to do it. To me, this is where I feel best. This is where I feel my truest. This is when I'm here, just letting it all out. And I sleep amazing. I tell you guys, I only get a few hours of sleep every night. That's true. I get very little sleep, but it's good sleep. Let's see who's on. Listen, you're over on Insta, and I love you for being on Insta. But make sure before this is over, you subscribe and ding that bell over on YouTube, okay? Because this is where the show's going to go every day, and you need to be able to see like this stuff in real time and listen to the audio. And you got the logo in the corner? Yeah, it's still there. We got all kinds of cool stuff here. You guys saw the news, right? When I do the news, this is what pops up. This is so cool. If I can figure out how to make it work. No, it's not working. Oh, no, it's this one. Look at that. How cool is that? Now, someone the other day said, oh, my goodness, how'd you do that? I said, well, After Effects. How the hell did you do After Effects? How did you know how to do After? I don't know. I have no idea. How did you know how to write music? I have no idea. How do you know how to play the BeatSeat? How did you invent the BeatSeat? I have no idea. How do you know how to play the guitar and you don't know any of the chords, any of the notes on the guitar? I have no idea. Because I'm connected. That's the only thing I could say to you. I'm connected. Bottom line. I can't explain to you how 150 plus songs have come out of me. Some of them in real time. And all I could tell you is that I'm so connected with the truth of myself, the truth of who I know I'm meant to be, and that I'm not afraid to say what I need to say in order to get my point across. I think you should be a little bit more like that. Get your point across. There's nothing worse than sitting in the sidelines and saying, I didn't get to explain myself fully. I didn't get to say my 2 cents. They think I meant this, but I really meant go express yourself. Stand up. Remember, you'll get nowhere in life if you sit back. We keep talking about this. You gotta stand up and you gotta let people know you're there. You gotta stand up and let them know you exist because they'll look right past you. I had mentioned this the other day, how I was at a bank pulling a new bank account for the BeatSeat business. And I do this thing. I don't know if you guys ever have done this before, but I could look at somebody, give me a couple seconds, but I could take myself and put myself into their body. Like, as far as seeing through their eyes, it's a thing. I don't know if you guys are able to do this. And it's not literally, but you put yourself into their shoes. You imagine sitting in that desk, looking at that customer and typing into the computer as if he was doing it. And in that moment, I felt what he was feeling. I could sense what he was feeling because in that second, that split second, I was him. And I could just feel the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's a banker, young banker. And I could see in his eyes. It's like misery. I think so many people are just sad. So many people are struggling. They're working so hard just to try to make something happen. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Like, I think you should beware. Beware of all these entrepreneurs you see on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, everywhere. They're making it seem so glamorous. They're driving Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all this stuff. That's not the real thing. If you get lucky and all of a sudden you're doing keynotes and making 150 grand a keynote, okay, maybe, but in general, that's not real. Life is hard. The hustle is hard. You got to put the time in and don't expect to just create massive wealth overnight. It's like a long process. This is 327 days of basically just coming out here for my own edifications, for my own soul fullness. I told you guys, I'm here to fill my soul. I hope you guys are getting something out of it. But every single day I am. And now with this, with all the broadcasting studio equipment, like, I just want to be live all the time. I just want to be live all the time, guys. What are we doing? Like, we should just be on. I just got to get a dude to follow me around, or somebody who's awesome, some lady who's awesome with a camera and can edit. And let's just go. Let's go on the streets. Like, you guys have no idea my vision for this show, where I'd like to take it. Literally out on the streets. What was that? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. All right, my battery's about to die. Guys, give me 2 seconds. Do not die, computer. I need you. All right, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. You still there? All right, let's do this. Uh-oh. That's not going to work. What do we have here? All right, I'm going to have to take the light out for a second, guys. Hold on. Hold up a second. Sorry. I just want to make sure that we don't run out of power here. That would not be good. Okay. All right, we're plugged in, but now my light is not. Wait, what is plugged in here? No, I need that. All right. All right, this one I can plug it over here. Okay. I know you're looking at my hat. Sorry. That's not going to work either. All right, give me a minute. I'm thinking. We're coming up with a game plan here. Come on, game plan. Yes! All right, we're back. Uh-oh. All right, Instagram. We're officially at an hour. I see my countdown. A minute and 32 seconds here. So you know what it is here. Listen, head over to YouTube because the show's going to continue on for a little bit longer. So everybody over on Instagram, make sure you go over to YouTube right now. Type in Mark Pyers Real Talk, subscribe, and the show's going to continue. If anybody's watching still on Facebook, I appreciate you. I doubt anybody's watching for this long, but this is what we do on SNL. We get going. That was some serious Real Talk moment there, but listen. We got a minute 4 left. It's a little hit the road jack time. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. Yeah, don't matter if it's you. 'Cause it's understood you ain't got no money, you just ain't no good. I guess if you say so, I've got to pack my bags and go. Hit the road, hit the road. Oh, we just went off on Insta. I usually like to say goodbye to them there, and I just went off. That's too bad. Let me just save it. So I was right in the middle of hit the road. Hit the road, hit the road, hit the road, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh no. Wow, wow, wow. The road, the road, the road, the road, hit the road, hit the road, out, hit the road, hit the road, hit the road, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road. What am I seeing for a wire? Is that? Oh, it's this. It's my computer wire. That's what I'm seeing. So anyway, we lost everybody on Instagram, which is actually okay because we got to do a full show. All I wanted to do was be able to get the people from Instagram on to see the show, which happened. Now what we could do, I just want to see, making sure that we were on Facebook this whole time because I didn't check it all. I was live on Instagram. That's what happens. Let's see. I think, yep, it looks like I'm live, guys. Let's see how long we've been live. It's got to be at least an hour and 5 minutes because we just went off. Come on. For a minute and 1 minute, an hour and 1 minute and 22 seconds right now, guys. It's official. We're officially live here. So this is a cool new view where we got the BeatSeat kicking here, you know? You guys digging on that view? Are you serious? This thing has been down the whole time? Come on. Can you guys tell me how long the volume has been down? Unbelievable. It looks like it's been down for a while. I don't know how long. Kills me. I can't believe it was like that. Somebody shoot me a note. Let me know how long it was down. guys, I think that's probably it for the night. What do you think? I think we had a nice little jam session here on the BeatSeat. I definitely hear one of the feet that need to be tightened up, because listen. I gotta just sit here and practice percussion, because that would be the thing I really need to work on, is trying to get like nasty with percussion, so I could just be like, you know. I just can't keep them going. You know what I mean? Like, I get started. It reminds me of when I first was playing guitar. I first started playing lead guitar. I was a huge fan of Eric Krasno, one of the greatest guitar players, and this is the type of stuff I hear Kraz. I could imagine Kraz coming up with. I gotta get a BeatSeat to Kraz. Anyway, so I really saw him on New Year's Eve, 1998, I think it was, at the Irving Plaza with Maceo Parker. Great show. Great show. And it's the first time I saw him play. And I saw the faces the dude was making, like dirty faces. And he was just tearing it up. And I thought to myself, I'm writing these songs. I'm thinking to myself, I want to be able to tear it up on the guitar also. Like, I don't want to just be singing and playing songs my whole life. Just be like, la-dee-da, la-dee. I want to be able to be like a guitar player. I want to be like tearing it. And so my first move was to go buy a jazz guitar. This was my buy right here. I loved the sound of the jazz guitar. I just love this, like, let me turn down the tone here. Like, I just love when you hear it like a jazz guitar and it's got that. There's just like that vibe to it, where it's like. People are listening, like, you know how to play a guitar. I'm like, no, I really don't. I just feel around, guys. I'm just like, ooh, let me start with this. What is that? I don't know. It sounds cool. I think the beautiful thing about jazz is that, like, no matter what you play, I guess you could consider it still jazz, right? I could go like. All those chords don't go together, I don't think, but they sort of do. It's weird. That's the thing with jazz, guys. As long as you play it to a beat, it's like you could do anything. Like, just imagine that. Like, you could just be like, boom. Let me give you this. Like, right? I mean, you could just play to a beat and all of a sudden it sounds like jazz. Like, oh, he's just playing jazz. No, he's just terrible. He's just going like this. That's what he's doing. But it just sounds like jazz. I mean, honestly, I guess music's music, guys. I always say I play beats, but really I'm playing rhythms within the beats. I'm playing notes that I hear in my head that I just have to find. They just come out of you, you know? Play one more song. I'm going to play you something of mine. Explosion changed the why and how I feel. Shook my world, showed me love was real. Meteor in the surface of my world. Lifetime awaiting, and I feel it in my grasp now, and I won't let it go. No, 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 no. It's a feeling that I never felt before. This time it's more than just a dream, yeah. Now I got it, I'm not letting it go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Meteor in the surface of my world. Meteor in the surface of my world. Explosion changed the why and how I feel. Shook my world, showed me love was real. Meteor in the surface of my world. Surface of my world. Meteor in the 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 surface of my world.
surface of my world. Meteor hit the 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 surface of my world. Yeah, yeah. Meteor hit the surface of my world. 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 I think that's it for the night, guys, unless you have anything you want me to get into. But I would tend to say there's a very good chance that I am the only one on right now. Let's see. We're going to quickly check. Is anybody on with me? No. Anyway, I thought this was a pretty cool thing to be able to have this multi-camera shoot where you could see in the corner the BeatSeat while I'm kicking it and while I'm playing. I would say this was kind of like a, up and down night on the BeatSeat. We had some good stuff, some okay stuff, but we're here giving it our all every single day for 327. So I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow I will be back, most likely from my open house, definitely from the radio show tomorrow evening in New Jersey, 7 to 9 p.m. So I hope you guys tune in for that. I'll shoot you. I think it's Rock Radio. You could just Google search that. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to getting the BeatSeat into a radio station so they can put their mics in there, and we may actually get different audio out of it. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow on the next Real Talk. Let's see. Let's get some music going here. Just remember, we still got one more day of the weekend. It's not just for relaxing. Go out and get something done. Tomorrow, I got an open house. I'm going to drive to New Jersey to be on a radio show. Put the time in. Make something happen. You have the control. Don't forget that. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Real Talk. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.